Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, how are you all doing? It's me, Zach, and we are back again to catch up with Rosie, and there's a couple things we're gonna catch up with. One, we're gonna talk a little bit about Rosie going viral. on Twitter, which, like, I don't even really know if you can say it's her going viral, but I guess you can. I mean, literally the tweet I'm looking at has 1.1 million views and 272 replies, 48 quote tweets as we speak, okay? So there is a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about that. And then also she did a members only live stream on Friday, I think April 3rd. And so we're going to check out that as well. I have a moderator who went and edited some clips and didn't even give me timestamps and say what happened at the timestamps. Just edited together a video and said, these are the best bits, get into it. So I actually am going into this one pretty raw. I'm going into this not knowing a lot. So get into that. All right, so real quick, the viral tweet situation type of deal. There was a person who added her on Twitter and said, bra, just a bra. Any bra would be appreciated, Roslyn Reed. And she responded to that tweet and said, hey, maybe don't sexualize me and stare at my chest, ya freak. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. A lot of the responses to Rosie are crazy. Like crazy rude. Rosie's bra situation, however, has been an ongoing conversation on her channel for a while. Largely that a lot of people for a long time, especially when she would stream in vertical mode, were concerned about the fact that she'd basically come on with no bra on, just as you saw probably in my last reaction, just flopping and a flailing. Well, I wouldn't call them flopping or flailing. Like, it's not like they were moving around out of place, but you can, like, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you, you can very clearly see the outline of her breasts, which is her prerogative, her choice, her situation type of deal. But I think that's what people are concerned about. Is like, people could come on here, kids could come on here and view this. On top of that, I do think it's interesting as a concept, you know, that she is trying to leave behind a certain type of content. We know that she has adult content out there that she's done in the past, where she was eating food in a sexual way, having people pay for her to eat food, things like that, doing things in a sexy way, sexual way. And certainly the only thing that's really truly different about her content these days is just that she doesn't label it as something sexual, right? She just is like, I'm living my truth here with no bra. You can see the full outline of my breasts, and I'm cooking food, I'm cleaning my house, things like that. So, you know, to each their own. She's allowed to wear whatever she wants on her channel. It doesn't seem to be, you know, breaking YouTube terms of service, or at the very least, YouTube hasn't held her accountable for breaking any terms of service. And certainly there are lots of comments that have been made about her in response to this that I feel are not in good taste, and really poor taste, really unkind to Rosie. I should also say Rosie had a response to this on Instagram, on her Instagram stories, so I'll insert that here real quick too.
Good morning. I just woke up to I think one of my first ever quote-unquote viral tweets. It could be worse, honestly. It's not that viral. Because I guess somebody's talking points in some reaction videos recently have been about the fact that I don't want to wear a bra in the comfort of my own home, in shirts that are pretty fucking modest, generally speaking, and I told someone to stop looking at my chest and sexualizing me because it's weird. And I just woke up to so much hate. I'm just kind of like, okay. I'm just okay. I'm gonna keep it so real. At this point, I'm about to, like, out of spite, burn every bra I own. Cause fuck y'all bitches. What the fuck is this shit? Like, I'm just minding my fucking business, so now we gotta debate about whether or not I'm wearing bras? Get a fucking hobby, bro. Because it's very clear that whatever the fuck just happened, like, left the little niche corner of the internet that obsesses over every action I take. But, like, why am I laughing? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so truly dumb. I think that's why I'm laughing. It's just like, I'm not surprised, I think, because, like, the internet is so cruel right now, man. Like, everybody just defaults to being fucking evil and diabolical. 24 goddamn 7. So, I don't know, I just blocked and report everybody that was in my notifications, and then I left it at that, because I just don't care. Like, just go away. Leave me alone.
My biggest takeaway is that, as you know, and literally just in the last video I covered, Rosie, she was going on and on about how she's protecting her peace, she's not engaging in certain parts of the internet, she's not doing this, that, the other. Even in her Instagram story, she's like, I'm just gonna block people and move on because I don't need their information. She could have done that to this person. This person who initially tweeted at her and said that she should wear a bra. Which, mind you, also thinking about that comment, I don't even know that inherently it's sexual. But I do see where she's coming from, I guess maybe to a little bit. But anyways, all this to be said, she could have just blocked that person and not given them attention. And instead, she has yet to learn she cannot help herself. And she responded to it. And as a result, has many people responding to her in the comments, saying just some real nasty stuff that I won't be repeating here on my channel. So that's all I have to say about her viral moment on Twitter, just to say that she really could have just not engaged like she claims she's been doing, how she claims she hasn't been participating in certain parts of the internet. I think we all knew that was not true. But here we are. So now let me shut the fuck up and let's get to when it comes to reacting to her most recent members only live stream. Cook with me biscuits and homemade sausage gravy. Let me shut the fuck up and let's get to, shall we?
I'm excited to hang out with you guys.
Hi.
I don't know, we might do music later, we might not. Probably do music at some point. I had this whole thing. I got a couple some positive updates too. On my way to be before I get into all of it, but I was dealing with some bullshit because my part-time job.
Some bullshit! Oh, her part-time job. I feel like we haven't heard about the part-time job in a minute. And also, while she was in Texas, didn't she say she got called for an interview doing something somewhere?
I have been neglecting my email. That's on me. But what's not on me.
I've been neglecting my email. That's on me. Not surprised. Not surprised. If you're not super familiar with Rosie lore, she literally got fired from a stay-at-home job once upon a time. A work-from-home job once upon a time because she didn't come into work. How do you not show up for work when you work from home?
Is when I learned I had paid trainings I could take. I was like, ooh, let's go. My training software for my part-time job, like they have like a specific software program. It's like the single sign-on just keeps failing and won't stop failing. And my supervisor's out of office, so that's annoying. But I had to send some tickets and shit.
Your supervisor's out of the office probably because you're streaming this at like 5 p.m. She did it in like Friday evening. Friday early evening she was streaming this. Your boss is probably out of the office and you didn't take any time to check your email probably while your boss was in the office.
And I was like really annoyed about that because I'm still trying to get more like work in on that front. But anyway, hey, hi, hello.
Hey,
so
hi, hello.
Biscuits and gravy today. I'm very excited.
Work.
Very excited indeed.
I do fucking love a biscuit and gravy. I really do. I don't have it that often these days. But back when I worked at that Hardee's, girl, I loved them biscuits and gravy. I really did. If you don't know, the Hardee's, when they say their biscuits are made from scratch, well, I assume they still are. They definitely were when I worked there. They're so good. They're so good.
I've got some updates for you guys. I'm pretty hyped, to be honest.
Let's go.
It's been a really... I feel like I'm having a pretty good week right now. Because I've been really busy. Hey, Brooke. I've been really, really busy. I am preparing. My mom is... So when I left to, like, go to Texas, I did not know when my mom was going to be booking or if, like, there was still unknown. While I was in Texas, that's when I found out the dates. And so I thought I was going to have, like, more time. Like, I could prioritize editing, and then I could, like...
Y'all are never getting the Texas content. I will say she posted, I think on our community tab at some point, she did post that she had been working on some editing, and she posted some, like, thumbnails of the editing or something like that. So there might actually be some Texas content. But I'm obsessed already that she's like, once again, something has come up, and I didn't know my mom was coming so soon. This is out of my control. I had to focus on getting ready for my mom to be here. I thought I'd have more time to prioritize editing. Okay, sure, Jan. Sure.
Focus on, like, the house projects I need to get done before she gets here. Because, like, I don't want her to come home to, like, our bullshit. I want it to look nice when she gets here.
Maybe if you didn't live in bullshit, it wouldn't take you a whole week to prepare for your mom. For your mom to come home. Like, everybody does a little bit of cleaning, I think, before company comes over. But if you need that much preparation in advance, maybe the problem is you!
So, I've been working on that a lot. I'm almost done. This morning was...
Mind you, there's still a sink full of dishes behind her in this live stream.
So, yeah, because I woke up really early, like, really early, so much so I had to take a nap to be a human being. So I actually, like, cleaned the bathroom this morning. I probably did about, 60% of it. I need to just finish, like, the countertops and, like, one or two other small things. But I did, like, the bulk of what I wanted to get done. I did finish my room for the most part. Like, I'm happy where it's at right now, which is what I needed to be able to finish I had to do that to be able to completely finish the living room, which I'm about a little more than halfway done with as well.
Mind you, the last live stream she did, she was supposedly cleaning the living room. Just for the record. I guess I'm not overly surprised, because at any given point it can take her 3 hours just to cook one meal that would take the average person, like, maybe max 30 minutes. So, maybe it takes her a different length of time, but how are we still working on this living room situation type of deal? That's what I'm saying when I say if it's taking you this long to get your house to a place where it's, like, appropriate for your mom to come stay, which, mind you, this is her parents' house. I think the mortgage, like I've said in the past, is in Levi's name, but, like, for all intents and purposes, this is her parents' house.
I've got a little more time, so that's gonna be something I'm focusing on. I don't know when I'm doing my public live.
Girl, what are we itching? Girl, is your hand okay? Why are we itching?
It's gonna be sometime this weekend, but I'm gonna do one, and the first vlog is completely done finally.
She has scratched that hand raw. Look how red that is.
This is, like, because I have to, like, balance so many different things. There's just, like, so many additional things I have to, like, do and consider, and I've had to rewatch the footage, and, like, I've done, like, 1 or 2 re-edits for just that vlog, and I'm gonna have to do that for, like, every vlog. So it's just taking forever, and my goal. I really want to do 3 vlogs next week. Realistically, I'm shooting for at least the 2.
I just can't wait until these vlogs do come out, if they do at all. I can't wait until they come out and we're all just sitting here watching and being like, what the fuck did she edit? Maybe she'll surprise us. Listen, I'm always open to being surprised, and I'll let you know if I am whenever we watch. I'll let you know if anything about it seems relatively surprising. But I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm not anticipating any like superstar editing. Not that I do superstar editing too, but I'm not sitting over here telling you it's taking me weeks to get vlogs edited to share with you all.
Whoop, whoop. So yeah, I just did some frozen biscuits. Like, we're not making homemade biscuits, but I am making the homemade biscuits from scratch.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the flour then. And I'm actually gonna not use the side stovetop this time. I am going to try, like...
You know what's crazy to me? I've probably said this before, but the way she just has her laptop chilling on the fucking stove is wild. It's fucking wild to me.
Using this pot here. You guys want to know something interesting? This is interesting. I wasn't sure when I was going to tell this to you guys, because a little bit ago, I was like chilling and I checked my email.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm pretty excited about it. Because like Famous Birthdays reached out to me and I was like, huh? What?
The Famous Birthdays. Listen, I'm on Famous Birthdays. I'm on the Famous Birthdays. I think Amber Lynn is for sure on the Famous Birthdays too. Welcome to the club. Rosie made it on to Famous Birthdays. Whoop, 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 whoop.
What? I'm not famous at all. What? But they kind of add like, basically just anybody who has like, I guess like a certain amount of followers online or whatever.
Say that. They add just about anybody. That part. That part. Coming from just about anybody who was added to it. Me. She's so famous. That's my famous quirky queen.
Whatever. At some point. And I checked earlier, like, literally I think like not even an hour ago. Because it had been a few days and I was like curious. And they updated it, and it has some like outdated information and stuff on it, but I don't know, I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. Oh God. Oh. I don't know why this is funny to me.
I need to have the sausage. I don't have a recipe. So here's the thing about sausage gravy. In my family, growing up, sausage gravy was, actually let's close this for now. I just wanted that pulled up. Sausage gravy was something that we always made like Christmas morning, right?
Sure.
My dad would. We always use like the refrigerated canned biscuits. Growing up. But when I lived in a camper,
oh my God, the way that necklace just got completely smashed in between her titties. The way that it just almost completely lost in between the cleavage.
The family friend whose like yard the camper was in, basically, who owned the camper, who I was like basically staying with / like living on her property, whatever. She introduced me to the concept of these frozen biscuits, and
love getting introduced to the concept of frozen biscuits. Work.
Persons, and I'm like, I will always buy those over like the tube biscuits if I want biscuits. Like, unless I'm using the tube biscuits as like dough to stuff something in or something like that, then I'll do that so it doesn't have to be like defrosted or whatever. So I have a really exciting update.
What's that?
I found out a few hours ago.
What's that?
Earlier. Actually, I think it was printing out, so it was a bit ago. It was around the time I was submitting the tickets.
Let me get my Stanley Murray while she's filling up her water.
Because I was going through the email. We got, for my part-time gig.
Uh-huh.
And they gave us an email, and I was like, wait, does this apply to me? And lo and behold, it did. So, as I told y'all, I am. I was like, oh yeah. I was able to get 2 more therapy sessions for the end of this month.
Let's get it together, Rosie. Let's focus. Listen, I can't speak. When I live stream, the number of times people are like, Zach, could you please forward focus? But I'm trying to help her. Let's get on the same page. Let's forward focus together, Rosie.
And then after that, I have to take a break. And she can't give me a specific time frame, but she gave me a general time frame. And so I got an email that I get an EAP benefit. And I looked into it, and like, you don't have to have insurance or anything like that. And so basically, it's gonna be a whole new person, which has its drawbacks. But at least therapeutically speaking, I'm gonna have 6 sessions that I can use during that period of time where I'm not gonna have access to my therapist who like has my history. So I won't be completely without therapy, and I'm so excited, dude, because like I want to keep seeing my current therapist really badly.
Okay, listen, I'm happy if she gets some access to therapy, and I'm glad that she hopefully is prioritizing it. I mean, she said she's done a lot of work, and maybe she has. Like, that's hard for any of us who are not sitting in her therapy sessions to say. So I'll just say that I'm happy. I am curious because if you don't know what EAP is, it's Employee Assistance Program. In my experience of having worked with an EAP back at my first job here in Chicago, it's how I actually got connected to my first therapist here in Chicago. And my experience of working with an EAP was just that they would help put you... And maybe it works differently everywhere. I don't know. It's the only time I ever utilized an EAP. But they put me in contact with a therapist. I still had to use my insurance and stuff for my therapist, but maybe it works different because, like, you know, I had insurance through that employer, so maybe that's the difference. I don't know. I'm curious if it's really like just 6 sessions free or whatever she might think. But either way, I'm in support of people having access to therapy. I hope that Miss Rosie Lynn Reed actually uses it. It's, you know, the parts of me that think that she hasn't done all the work that she needs to. And listen, you don't go to therapy once and it fixes you, just for the record. You know, I've over time seen people be like, oh, Zach's always advocating for therapy and yet he's still fucked up. Well, yes, especially when you go through different things in life, okay? Sometimes things come up that you need to go back to therapy and work on some more. So I'm not expecting her to be, you know, like some kind of fixed, healed human. She clearly has a lot going on. She's probably got a lot to work on. But, you know, I would be interested if she could work on, you know, the ways that she responds to things on the internet and stuff like that, because I think we've all seen that there hasn't been a lot of change in that way. She's very much still, you know, the person that I've kind of come to know her as. I think when I first started watching her long time ago, I thought maybe she was different. I think now in hindsight she still seems to be the same person as she was then. I was just a little bit more naive back then, but here we are.
But I understand, like, you know, I don't have insurance. There's rules with the way that they do the funding, I guess, in Florida, right? So I'm just so excited that I'm going to have some access to therapy. It's not going to... 6 sessions, that's like not a lot to really reestablish and get a lot of work in, but I can just kind of try to give her the rundown of like current events and if there's stuff I need to like vent about. Or
that therapist is not going to get a word in edgewise. I'm still shook. For a long, long time, I had not actually watched any part of that podcast where she talks about getting groomed into feederism. But when I tell you, when I did watch that, she didn't let the podcast host get a word in edgewise. I just have to imagine that's what it's like to be Rosie Lynn Reed's therapist, for real.
About with someone and get some advice on like that additional talk therapy is just going to be really helpful during that time period. I was really worried about that. So I already booked an appointment actually for like the beginning of May.
Let's
which
go.
was actually kind of shortly after my last session with my current therapist. So I'm viewing that session as like, hey, here's my situation. Here's what's happening in my life. I'm just basically using this as a bridge. Thank you for your help. My wish list is currently gone. It's been gone for a while, and I'm not planning to bring it back for a hot minute.
That's probably good, since the last time I know you got something delivered to you from your Amazon wish list, you threw a fit on stream. You got so mad because a troll sent it to you or whatever.
It's gonna be a while, because honestly, guys, like, the whole wish list thing and the way that all got treated was so stupid, because it was like, I rarely ever talked about it until my birthday started coming up, and then I started mentioning
You rarely ever talked about it? Please be so fucking serious, Rosie. Please. Please. You talked about it all the fucking time. What do you mean?
it, and people kept asking me about it, and then it became like a thing with people that don't like me. And it was just like my birthday and Christmas season, so I was just talking about it more frequently.
Girl, I just know that's a lie. Wait, I want to go. Let me go see when when is her birthday? Wait, you know where I can find that out? Famousbirthdays.com. Famousbirthdays.com, and then Quirky Love Rosie. Instagram star is what it has her list. Okay, her birthday's November 24th, 1991. Great. Stunning. Okay. And then so if you don't know, here on this channel, I did a live stream. Where I did a tier ranking of all of the items that were on Rosie's Amazon wish list. When did that happen? It says streamed 4 months ago, but what's the specific? Okay, I did that on November 14th. So I guess that could have been leading into... That absolutely could have been leading into her birthday season or whatever. But also, just to be clear, she was still talking about wish list items. I mean, the stuff that came from Yamano, that happened like a month or two ago, well past her birthday and Christmas time. All right, whatever, Rosie.
Because like people were getting me gifts, and it was just stupid.
It wasn't just for that, by the way, because now that she's also saying all of that, I remember one of the things I based my tier rankings on was like how useful it would be to help her with content, because a lot of the things that she was putting on there, she was like, oh, well, I think this would be great for y'all to get for me so that I can do content with this. There's like stuff to tie-dye. There was gingerbread kits to do with her brother on a live stream. That's why we got Rosie. when Levi came out in the crow mask for the first time. So she was also doing it because she wanted people to help buy things for her to make content around, if I recall.
And I tweeted about it when it happened. But Amazon, by the way, guys, if you have an Amazon wish list, you should know this. Or if you happen to be a creator, or if you happen to just be a person and you have a public wish list, Amazon made it to where whenever someone buys you a gift, it shows you the address the gift is being sent to. They changed that for some godforsaken reason. So I before that went live, the moment it was announced, I found out about it.
Yeah.
So I just like privated my wish list. I'm gonna make a new wish list, and that's not gonna be public. But I'm gonna make a new wish list just for me. I'm gonna make a brand new link. Because I also want to. There's also just like outdated.
Why could you possibly need a new wish list just for you? Just buy the stuff for yourself then, if you want. What? Or is it a wish list so that old what's his name? Remington Bull Action Rifle the Third, so that he knows when he can get you or what he can get you from the Amazon.
It's stuff on my other wish list that I probably like could have removed. And I'm gonna just kind of go through it and like see what I actually like want to keep on there or whatever.
You know what's crazy about the color of this chair. For some reason, because the chair is like flesh colored, I thought that armrest was like part of her body peeking out of her shirt or something. Anyways, all right. We're into gravy making mode. Let's fucking go. Love gravy. Love it.
Also, if you guys could cross your fingers for me, I don't have specific dates and it's not locked in, but I have a potentially really cool opportunity for something, hopefully in the next month or two.
Work.
That I've actually had at least one or two people suggest to me before. That they reached out to me, and that's all I'm going to say for right now.
Okay, work.
Again, it's not locked in.
Girl, here's one thing you should learn, and I've had this problem before too, where I say something before I should, and then it doesn't end up happening. But maybe we should just wait for the thing to happen. Maybe we should just wait. Maybe we should just wait to see if the thing actually happens.
I don't know if this is a policy I'm going to stay adopting forever, but right now, I'm like really detached from my comment section because
you know what she's not detached from? Twitter and people telling her she should wear a bra. She's so full of it. Listen, and it's not to say that you can't go in phases or things like that. That's one thing I've also learned, that like there's times where it isn't good for me to be watching it. But when I say I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth when she says she's not engaging with comments or Twitter or Reddit or reaction channels, because it takes her all of a couple days and she's right back there doing it again. It's so silly.
I prioritize my mental health, man. I really do. And I've been finally able, since I've been home, I've not been, having to check on shit I don't want to read or see,
Wait, because you've not been home, so you didn't have to check in on shit you didn't want to read or see, but yet your whole time in Texas was impacted by you reading stuff online about yourself. Please be serious. What is the truth? This is why I say I don't believe shit she says about it. It don't make no sense to me.
Really well. Proud of myself for that. I'm happy about that.
Also, when did this was on April 3rd? It was April 3rd at 7:41 p.m. my time. So presumably after this live stream. I don't know exactly what time this live stream happened, to be honest with you. But presumably after this live stream that she was out here responding to the Twitter about about not wearing a bra. Please be serious, Rosie.
Don't you like to paint your natural nails? No. So we tried, me and Remy did do that together. So I'm still uploading the videos because like the conversations were great, but like we literally
those conversations are gonna be so cringe, and I can't wait to watch them. Please prove me wrong and give us the Texas content.
You guys will see. But there ended up being some shit that happened that made it to where like we didn't even like finish painting our nails basically. But the actual like it was like the first time we did like sit down videos together, and it was like near the end of the trip. So that'll be later on. I'm really glad my mom is coming.
Uh-huh.
And I want her to be here, and I'm excited for her to get here. I'm frustrated because if I had more time, I would be able to try to get three of the vlogs done. But like I said, the first one's locked and loaded. Expect it Tuesday.
It's so goofy that she's out here acting like she don't have all the fucking time in the world. What do you fucking do? You also just sat here and said that for your part-time job, you weren't checking your email, so you didn't know you should be doing something. What is it that you do, Rosie? What do you mean you don't have time to edit these videos? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. I'm just really losing it.
Expect it Tuesday. Because depending on what I'm able to get done between now and then, because like, I mean, but the first vlog is locked and loaded.
Locked
I
and
want to try to
loaded.
either do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or if I can't do 3, Tuesday, Thursday. So,
I'm ready.
yeah.
We will be
and
reacting.
I'll probably go live Wednesday if I don't do the 3rd. So, yeah, anyway. Because since you guys are members, I like to give you business updates. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I told you guys, my goal was to do 3 vlogs. But I'm not kidding. I've been so fucking busy, dude.
So busy.
But I've been really busy, but I don't want to, like, burn myself out and shit. So, yesterday was awesome. Yesterday was kind of, like, had a little bit of a down day. I still did some things to be productive.
Yesterday was awesome. It was a down day, but I don't have time to do anything.
Like, more around the house, I did take, like, a content break, because if I don't do that, I'm going to fry my brain, and I'm going to hate it, and I'm going to make mistakes, and it's going to show the quality. Because I'm not a great editor. I'm not, but I'm trying really hard. And, yeah, I'm trying really hard. And, I really like how the first vlog has turned out. Remy and I watched the rough edit that I have of the second vlog, and he's pretty much cool with it. So, the one thing that I'm, like, figuring out, I want to see if there's, like, I need to do a little quick research, because once I finish the video, I think what I might start doing is running them through an app that can give me subtitles, like, auto-generated, that I can go in and correct as needed, because I think that'll be faster than manually transcribing, because I let my boyfriend down bad, but that man is quiet! And there was
Sorry, I do have her sped up a little bit, which probably does impact her laugh a little bit, but it's so funny to me. Never change your laugh specifically.
Sometimes when he was whispering, and I'm like, what is he saying? So I'm having to, like, and I didn't know that was a problem until I got home, and I was like, shit. It's not all the time, but it's enough that it's like I'm gonna have to, like, give him subtitles while, like, vlogging, not during certain other pieces of things we filmed. I'm just really excited. So, I'm sorry about the delays, y'all. It's just life is lifing, and I had to recover from a trip. You know.
I'm so sorry for delays. I'm sorry this is happening. There's always something. It's always something going on in my life. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh, life is so hard, Rosie.
So Remy and I do this thing. We call them date days. Or not date days, sorry. We call them our day, where, like, depending on our schedules, we, like, have a day where it's, like, we just, like, take a day off from, like, our respective responsibilities and spend time together and talk a lot. Because, like, before...
Our respective responsibilities. And what exactly would that include for you? Like... Oh my god, that's crazy.
Before we met in person, we were constantly on video call. And we still video call a lot, obviously, but, like, not like we did. And I think it's just because, like, we've met and, like, you know, in a lot of ways I feel like that aspect has, like, I can't think of a better word other than, like, matured. There's probably a better word.
Ain't nothing about your relationship with this man. Ain't nothing about it mature. Please be so fucking serious.
So, yeah, we still talk a fair bit, but, like, we both got respective shit going on in our lives. And, like, I just think leading up to the trip, we were both stressed out, like, him preparing for me to get there, me preparing to leave, and just life. And also, like, the week leading up, the shit happened on the internet, too, before the trip. So, like, and then when I get back from the trip, I did take a little bit of time to relax and just, like, recoup, because, I mean, yeah, man, I dealt with pain flares while I was there, and I've had, my pain flares are becoming more frequent. I'm also being more active, and that's part of the process too. And it's just this whole thing, right? And so anyway, and so I took a little time to relax.
The only thing that is exhausting, that sounds exhausting about all of this is having to listen to Rosie talk about it. like I just don't. I get it. Everybody has different stuff going on in life, and it doesn't, just because other people's lives are probably harder in many ways than what Rosie is going through, doesn't mean that, you know, she's not facing her own challenges. But, you know, even as a fellow content creator who can be empathetic, about some of the challenges of doing online content creation and like balancing it with real life and some days, you know, waking up and not feeling like I want to do it, but still having to like push through and do it anyways because this is my job. It's just like, I know she's not doing anywhere near the level of work of most content creators, and I'm like, you are just so whiny. So whiny. You're sitting here talking about pain flares, and I get it. Like, if you're in pain, and that can make it difficult to do stuff. But you're also acting like your content requires more out of you than just sitting in this chair in your kitchen. You're talking about taking whole entire days off to spend with your boyfriend, when a lot of people who watch you are lucky to get to spend time with their partners, like, in the evenings after they both get off of work or something like that, you know? It's just like, oh my God. Listen, obviously there are some people who genuinely like her and support her and are willing to sit here and listen to her do that, and then there's obviously people like me who will sit here and watch her whine and complain about it. But damn.
Relaxed, and I'm gonna start kind of getting back up to like how I was on the trip, because I did take like a little breather, and I have gone outside. I have been trying to like.
Good.
I am moving more. I've been doing a lot of that. A lot of the things I've been doing is stuff I've been avoiding doing because of pain flares and stuff, but I'm handling it and tolerating it better.
Oh, okay.
Because of like the increase in my ability.
Mind you, speaking of Amazon wish lists, and I don't know if this had anything to do with her birthday or Christmas or not, but another thing that she said she really needed from that Amazon wish list was that rollator so she could get moving out. And there ain't nothing wrong with using a mobility device to help you move around. But are we using that still, Rosie, or no? Is that like in the living room somewhere under piles of other stuff?
Mobile since I was in Texas, because he helped me so much with that, and he and I went out so much, and like I didn't vlog when we like walked around and stuff a good portion of the time because that wasn't the point, you know. But like we did a lot of stuff like that, and we did go on outings and stuff. I did vlog some of those. But I think I talked to you guys about that in the last Members Only vlog. So last time we were gonna have like a day to ourselves, but we both ended up having shit that we had to address and handle. So we ended up just having more of a date night. It was really nice, like a virtual date night. I had a really great time. We basically just like had a little dinner together, and then like I would say we read a chapter of the Let Them Theory, but like we're more like studying it. Like as we're reading it, we're like pausing and talking about it. And, like
we read a chapter. We're studying a chapter of the Let Them Theory. Okay, Mel Robbins Jr., let's fucking go. Let them. What have you learned so far from the Let Them Theory? Because I don't know a lot about it, but the concept of let them have their feelings, let them think what they want, let them tell you need to wear a bra, who cares? I'm unsure if you're actually learning anything. Maybe I just really don't have an understanding of what Miss Mel Robbins is trying to say, because I ain't never read the book. I'm just speculating, but have you let them yet, or no?
I found a highlighter, and I'm like writing notes in the margins and stuff because like I really find.
Let me also not hate on academia. I love education. As you know, I have 2 degrees, and I have been famously 2 degrees in education, in elementary education and in higher education. So I'm always supportive of somebody who's trying to learn and expand their mind. I sure am.
Going through this book as slowly as we have, I'm finding it really helpful, because we were reading the chapter that we read yesterday, and I was just like, I was realizing, I was like, I
think I'm out of water. I think I'm out of water. I'm so sad. My mouth is so dry, but I'm not going to interrupt our viewing play. Well, I kind of just did interrupt, but I'm not going to get up and go get more. I'll just wait until it's done.
I've been applying this stuff in my life just from like the last chapter we read. Like, you know, we're taking our time. We're not just like barreling through it to like finish the book. And I really like that. Like, and we just had a lot of fun, and we were just like talking and yapping, and then, and then we did some other stuff and just like hung out and chatted some more. And I had a blast, like, honestly. And I kind of love that, like, I've never had someone in my life who would, like, read out loud with me and, like, take turns back and forth like that, and, like...
Loved popcorn reading in elementary school. Loved popcorn reading in elementary school. That was my fave.
I guess maybe, like... I think for me, like, post my concussions in, like, I think it was 2014 and 2015 that they happened. That sounds right, based on where I was at when that happened. You know, I think that I've just gotten increasingly more insecure about the fact that, like, I'm not a fast reader like I once was. I don't read as much as I used to. I struggle to comprehend and retain information. And I have found that doing it this way with him, I am retaining it better. I am, like, I'm learning more, and, like, more than anything, like, I know there are people who are, like, talking about my content being boring or, like, whatever, and most of the people that I think are saying...
You know that there are people... I thought we were tuning out of the comments. I thought we were not watching reaction channels. You know that there are people who think that your content's boring.
Those things, quite honestly, I hope you find it boring, because I'd like those people to not be here, because you're mean to me. And if you think that me just chatting isn't good enough and hanging out and having fun and just, like, me sharing what I want about my life is not, like, enough, because you're here for the drama, you're here...
Well, I'm the only part that is fascinating about, you know, the level of entertainment and if your stream is or is not boring is just the fact that Rosie has gone on the record to say that my content, my Twitch streams were boring. And to that extent, I am curious when, you know, this is the content, you know, this is the standard that she's holding entertainment value to, you know?
Be messy, you're here because you don't like me. Like, that means that the work I'm doing is working. That's how I interpret that.
Okay.
I'm grateful for that. And
it's working.
I would rather have 5 viewers who like me than 100 that hate me.
Work.
I stand on that.
And I stand on that. And I said that. I'm so glad she put that apron on to cover the one titty. She got a whole ass titty hanging out of that. I mean, not like you can't see her boob, obviously, but I mean, like, it is fully not covering one of her boobs, right? Like, is it not possible that sausage grease ain't gonna pop up there? You know, what is that apron doing at this point?
Actually, I think I did a perfect amount first go. So you're kind of just, it's gonna be a little pasty.
And real quick, that was not me sexualizing her. That's me commenting on the clothes that she chooses to wear and how functional they are or are not in this video.
You cook it too long, it's gonna be more of a light brown gravy versus a like white milk gravy, which is kind of the vibe I'm going for.
Okay.
However, okay, 17 minutes on the timer, 17:05. Okay, let me reevaluate. The math says 16. You kind of want to try to keep it moving as much as possible. I'm gonna start. I haven't opened half a gallon of milk. I asked him to give me another half gallon. My brother, yesterday. We're just gonna. Oh, Rosalind! No.
Rosalind? Rosalind? Now, is that not what she was just mad, allegedly, about Levi saying out loud on her stream, which is why she allegedly stopped him from being able to share? So many of y'all pointed out so many good points about that, by the way, in my comment section, so thank you. Always appreciate the additional, you know, perspectives and things like that. But the reality also seems that she was not anticipating him talking about how he felt about the situation, which is that it didn't seem like he was all that bothered by it at all. And she made it out to sound like he was traumatized by the situation. So I think that was another thing that she was worried about him talking too much about, because, you know, she made it out to be this whole big ordeal. Not to mention the fact, you know, that, like, things weren't entirely adding up. Not to mention, all of those things. But I also picked up on that and appreciated people sharing that perspective in the comments, because it very much seemed like he was getting ready to act pretty much like it didn't bother him at all, and she was worried that he was going to do that was the direction he was taking it. But anyways, funny that she just called herself Rosalind, when that was apparently what she was so mad about Levi sharing, or worried about Levi sharing on the internet.
Oh my god, anyway.
Like, she just really isn't worried about that boob getting dirty. Just the, which boob is that for her, the right or the left? Either way. She clearly favors one more than the other.
You love a side of nail.
Oh, that's what happened? I was like, I don't even know what she's freaking out about. One of her nails popped off into the gravy. Oh, and she's still gonna keep cooking? She said, it's fine. It's fine. Somebody said, why you blocked my chat? I only asked about dead chat.
Hey, I've not been in front of my phone, dude. I don't know what you're doing. Chat isn't dead, it's just slow because members only chat. You wanna know my chat is dead? Okay.
Why you won't respond? I'm sad.
Sounds like it hurts to shut up, but whatever. Alright.
Girl, what are we doing with that spoon? Wait,
what?
so she really just kept cooking that sausage after her nail popped off into it? Work. Or maybe I misunderstood. Maybe it went off to the side and didn't actually go in. But it kind of seemed like that's what had happened.
The more consistent I am, the more people are going to join. I just started after being monetized. I'm not surprised. It is what it is.
Not bothered.
I'm not stressed about it.
She's not bothered. Don't worry, y'all. Hello, I paid to talk to you. Why your chat is dead? Is it because you scammed people? This person is a troll and is just trying to stir some shit up. They really are.
I really don't care if you paid me if you're just here to troll. You can leave. Goodbye.
Blocked.
I really don't care if trolls pay me. I'm not going to entertain it. I genuinely don't care.
Blocked. She genuinely doesn't care. And she's gonna let you know she genuinely doesn't care by repeating that she genuinely doesn't care multiple times.
If you're going to come in here specifically to start shit and troll, leave.
Work.
If like it was that one live and stuff where people were giving feedback and stuff and they weren't respecting boundaries and keeping going, I just timed them out. I didn't block them. Like PSA to trolls, don't pay to be a member, please. Thank you. I will block you. Everyone else, you're okay.
Yeah. Riveting.
Say this, because I think I forget sometimes people are new.
Wait, is she cooking something else
and
now?
They don't have context to certain things. And I really gotta remember that, right?
Is she cooking something else now?
I've been demonetized for 3 months, and in December, something happened that was significant enough that it genuinely re-traumatized me, especially around the concept of content. So I have not had the same consistency that I once did, and I feel like some people who do have that context are weaponized.
Girl, you didn't have that consistency to begin with. Please be so serious.
Like that to try to make things look a certain way when it was the entire time as soon as I got back home. What I'm doing has been the plan. I didn't know the exacts. I just knew I was going to find a way to consistently provide members only content. Only thing worse than feeding the narrative is letting trolls keep you from getting your bag. That's real. But also it's I don't feel like I'm letting them, right?
What is she? We already had biscuits and gravy. What is she making?
But it's like, I
don't really care about listening to her say, complain about, I don't know, trolls or whatever it is. But I am curious what she's making. That's what I actually want to know. What else are we cooking up today?
There's like stuff I would like items and stuff that I would like that are nice, that are fun, you know. But like my needs are mostly met like outside of like financial. So my focus is just more on like generating income versus like a wish list, right? So it's like I'm just at some point that might
how do we get maybe it's because I paused for a second because I don't know if you just heard Poe bark, but but maybe it's because I paused for a second because I got distracted by him barking. But how do we get back to the wish list stuff? Wrap it up, Rosie. Wrap it up.
No, at some point that will shift. I'm trying to generate income. Like I'm just weighing a lot of stuff right now. I'm glad my mom is coming. I just wish the timing wasn't such a crunch for me because I really want to spend most of my time editing right now, but I'm having to balance that between my chronic illness and exhaustion. It is, but you know what costs money? A PO box. We'll get there. Trust me, we'll get there. Yeah. And I agree. I think people love gift giving and seeing open. Exactly. But that's the thing is I think instead of going through the effort of making a throne, I'd rather wait till things are a little more equalized and I get myself a PO box and relaunching Amazon wish list. Like that's kind of how I see it, I guess. But also people were being super generous and giving and stuff, and I'm really tired of the wish list being used as a talking point. So I'm just taking a breather. Using this as an opportunity to take a breather, you know?
She said, eventually I'll get to a place where you can start giving me things again. No worries, guys. No worries. I know how badly y'all want to spend money on me because I'm worth it. But give me a second. I need a breather. I've got to balance everything. I can barely get my editing together, let alone opening up presents from strangers on the internet.
Because, like, I'm not really talking about what I'm going through financially on the internet anymore because I really need to. I was just being honest about my situation and that was being viewed as e-begging. So I'm just shutting up. Because it's not fun or fresh, but I'm making it work and I'm doing what I gotta do. And I'm finding ways to generate a little bit of money here and there. I'm just doing my best.
Sure.
Until YouTube starts paying out, and it's gonna take me probably about 3 months to equalize my life. And I'm just expecting that, you know. But
have you tried getting a job? What happened to the job you had an interview for or whatever?
Unless something unexpected happens, it might take 2 months. But I'm not. I'm just trying to not burn myself out and try to.
I mean, this is the reality of her situation. This is why when she initially got demonetized from YouTube that she failed so hard by all of the different endeavors and stuff she opened up because she's such a short-term planner. She's a short-term thinker. She's like, when she got demonetized on YouTube, she went to Patreon. Then she realized she could do Twitch. She got people spending money on both of these platforms. She was doing cameos. She was reading tarot cards for people. She was doing all of these things, none of which she did successfully because she's not trying to think long term. And then she got remonetized and she said, oh, I'm just trying to make little bits of money here and there wherever I can. And so she promised all of these things that she was going to give to members while she was in Texas, and then she did none of them because in her head it's just like, how do I get this money? It's never like, what do I do to make that sustainable, to make that last, etc.
Because if I burn myself out, if I overdo it and like grind like I've done in the past, that's kind of what leads to me like borderline crashing out and like in ways that
I ain't seen you grind ever. Where's the hustle? Where's the grind? Because I don't see it. I don't see it.
Avidly working on like not doing anymore. So, and I'm not gonna be perfect, and I'm sure next week I might make a mistake. You know, but
you know,
I'm just trying to work on reducing it and doing better and being better. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
That's all you can do.
So I can't undo things I've done. I can only improve upon things moving forward.
First your money, then your clothes. Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had fun. Oh, yeah, we've been live for a little over 2 hours. Cool.
Okay. So what did she make there?
Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys this weekend in a public live. And I'll see you back here next Friday for Homer's More Live.
Well, there you go. That's all she wrote, folks. That's all she wrote. Did y'all grow up with people saying that in your life? That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, folks. Anyways, that's all I got time for today. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions down below. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing and hitting the bell button. Yep. My brain is fried from listening to Rosie for the past hour. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!